Hello everyone. In this video, going to share my thoughts on HanuMan Telugu movie that was released a few days ago. HanuMan is an Indian Telugu language superhero film. The movie was written by Prasanth Varma and produced by Niranjan Reddy Kandagatla, starring Teja Sajja, Amritha Aiyer, Varalaxmi Sarathkumar, Vinay Rai, and many others. My pronunciation is not that great. Please forgive me for any mispronunciations. The views shared are only personal opinion. It's not intended to hurt anyone's sentiment. I prefer to watch the film in its original language and hence watched in Telugu with the subtitles. I don't know Telugu language and can only understand through subtitles. So my interpretation of certain dialogues and scenes might not be 100% accurate. The film starts with the antagonist as a schoolboy who is obsessed with superheroes and trying to become one. His obsession turns him into a villain who would do anything to get power. In many of the recent action or superhero films that I watched, most of the time felt the character of villain was big letdown. That was not the case of Hanuman though. Good character development and character arc for a villain. With a good antagonist backstory, almost half of the job is done for this superhero flick. Great staging is set to make a great experience. The story revolves around the protagonist who lives in a fictional place, gets the power of Hanuman, and fights against injustice. The superhero power obsessed villain came to know about this power and comes with evil plans to get that power. That puzzle between the superhero and the villain is the rest of the film. The film does take its liberty of the superhero template, and there are many predictable scenes as well. The moment the only character closely related to the protagonist was shown, I can guess this character will demise. Probably had watched way too much of superhero and action films. The action scenes were mostly flat. The first half storytelling was good. There was definitely an attempt to mix comedy into the movie, which I felt forced. While I laughed on a few scenes, on certain scenes, many in the theatre hall laughed. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the references, mostly because of not knowing the language, I guess. A decent writing with some strong dialogues and punchlines. Probably the weakest written and executed part was the romance portion. Able to connect with the characters on most scenes. In the second half, some of the attempts made by villain to learn about the power appeared a little goofy, and I felt probably better ideas were needed. Needed a bit more care on the narration style. The background score with a devotional chants definitely elevates the scenes to another level. After a brilliant start, some forced elements, predictable storylines did hurt a bit, otherwise could have been a great superhero movie. Teja Sajja as Hanumantu and a few others had delivered a decent performance. I wish the antagonist performance was a little better. A character with such twisted lines didn't get the justice in performance. Visuals were brilliant, stunning themes, beautiful color schemes, excellently captured, and some noteworthy drone shots that I had seen. The background music was superb. Every time, the hyped music and devotional chants certainly got my attention. I like the devotional chants that becomes songs, but I couldn't enjoy the other songs that much and felt probably they are not needed. While most of the part was linear storytelling, the portions how mythological characters and ideas were blended into modern era was nicely accomplished. Good editing. Just because I didn't get some of the comedy and the songs, maybe cut down them a little bit. The VFX was fair. Well, bearing in mind the budget with it was made, having seen big budget films execute them poorly, this was astonishing work from the VFX team. The graphics, shots, imaginary elements were appealing and enjoyable to watch. Locations, costumes, and the sets of the imaginary fictional village were amazing. If this is what Prashant Varma's cinematic universe is going to be, I'm eagerly waiting for the upcoming films. Considering the film was written and directed by him, good character development, reasonable narration, and beautiful blend of drama, emotions, and action. With such a limited budget, full of that kind of visuals was outstanding. Predictable scenes and a predictable template narration for a superhero were slight setbacks. The action sequences could have been better. Starting with the intro to villain, the protagonist intro, showcasing the imaginary village, the mythological fictional backstory, how hero obtains power, the interval block, and the whole climax sequence. All these were elevated moments. The movie was about those peak elevated scenes, and most of them worked for me. With the trailer, I was able to guess the storyline, but it was the execution with the narration and the characters made it enjoyable to watch. Basically, I like superhero films a lot, and the genre that I had seen a lot. The storytelling is not without its faults. The predictability and the narration style didn't help. Even a few things were bleak in execution. But that does not stop this film from being able to keep it engaging and connect with me emotionally. Amazing visuals, good background music, packed with action and drama, gave me a good experience. Overall, several parts of the movie worked for me. It was a decent watch. Will this make it to my favorite Telugu movies list? No, it won't. Having said that, of all the films that I have watched this week, I enjoyed watching this movie more than the others. Thanks for your time.